All right, hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakahak Double honors due to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to the Lord's elect out there. All right, this is the brother Yeshaya, part of Middle Valley, South Carolina. This lesson right here is going to be, a quick one. As I got up and thank the Lord, for waking me up, because a lot of people don't even get that privilege, to wake up. All right, not let alone to wake up in your right mind. And I thank Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and was looking at YouTube, brothers' videos and scrolling my timeline to see, what the Spirit had put on me to go into. And I saw one of these posts right here, which wasn't even from a brother. All right, this post right here was from, right here, the book of Wisdom University or whatnot. So, and this first, because it's about 6 steals, this first one right here stood out to me as, as y'all might be feeling the same feeling. All right, and it says, the mark of the beast is not a brain chip. It's way darker than you think. And this is nothing but the devil, man. This is nothing but the deceiver at work. Look at the image that they have right there under, that quote. All right, you got the devil horns. You got a black cat, all right, which is evil, with a chest tire cat grin, which they're playing in your face, man. All right, they're openly deceiving you. All right. So yes, the Motb is the Microc-Hip. All right. And the number 666 carries a code. 6 is the number of matter, and there are 3 sixes. So okay, carbon, whatever. Okay, and they try to play it out to everything except what it actually is, which is the RFID Microc-Hip. All right. 3 is the number of creation. The soul or observer creates through thinking, feeling, and acting. And the number 3 is actually the number of understanding. All right, so so we have the understanding, okay, of what the 666, the beast system. The mark of the beast is when the soul, the observer, becomes consumed by only thinking, feeling, and acting for the body and materialism, leaving no room for connection to. See, look at this, man. And if you're simple, okay, you will be deceived by all of this, rhetoric, all of this nonsense. All right, you will be deceived. Okay, look, they even have the Assyrian right here, man. Come on, man. So, wow. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna go into it. All right. Now, what I first did was I looked up. I typed in the Google search bar Chai stigma in the Greek. All right. So Chai Xi stigma, okay, or it represents 666. All right, so it goes into every character. All right, the Chai is 600 or X. Okay, we're gonna go into that a little bit. Xi 60 and stigma, and all together is 666, which is the number of a man. Okay, which is E. All right, but it's the beast system, man, the beast. Okay, so it says the letters Chai and Xi are standard letters, the 22nd and 14th letters of the alphabet, respectively. Stigma was an obsolete letter, a ligature of sigma and tau, that the Greeks retained solely for the number 6. While a stigma in English relates to a mark of disgrace, see, it would even tell you in, in the English, this bastardized language, that this is a mark of disgrace. Okay, the Greek root literally meant to stick, punch, or mark, and incise, tattoo, or mark of ownership, and that's exactly what it is. They want to give you that spiritual O. Okay, when you go into the O, it was basically they bore themselves with a earring or whatnot in their ear to symbolize that they are pleased with, being under their master's rulership, and they want to be there for life. Okay. And that's exactly what they're doing all over again, man. They want to give you that spiritual O, all right, which represents that you are what? Bowing to them and making them your power. Okay, scholars and religious traditions hold differing views on the phrase's exact meaning. Of course, some interpret Shai stigma as a literal numeral cipher for a historical figure like who? Like Emperor Nero. Okay, I thought that was interesting. Emperor Nero, which we know through the Spirit and Power how about Shem Yahushua. All right, starting with our apostles. Okay, I believe Elder Apostle Har was the first one to really stamp it. And we merely adopted it, but I really believe in my heart that Nero 47 is DJT, all right, Donald Trump. All right, so this is all fitting into prophecy perfectly, man. All right, so without further ado, let's get to the actual prophecy. All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here's wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it's the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 6. So Chai, Zai, Stigma. All right, so let's go into what let's go ahead and break this down. Lord willing, I plan on doing a more in-depth lesson later on, maybe Lord willing, in the next few days. Just got to put everything together because Lord willing, I'm going to go in. But for the moment, right now, you have the apostles, okay, Elder Apostle Har on down, Elder Apostle Ramlab, Elder Apostle Gabar, the other brothers, Elder Yashawamba, okay, which his handle is Remnant Saved 144, and he has many edifying videos going into this subject. All right, so subscribe and be edified, and really watch, man. All right, but right here, the first word is Khragma.
Strong's G 5480. Khragma. Khragma.
That's it. Khragma, which is a stamp and imprinted mark, okay, of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Anstai HaMashiach. Now, what I find interesting is that in ancient customs, to show allegiance or pledge allegiance to your deity, your idol, they would put tattoos on themselves, and they will actually put tattoos on their right hand or their foreheads. Okay, and you see that today with Jake, with a lot of people, but Jake, they love those forehand tattoos. You got Amber Rose, you got all type, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, countless rappers that have face tattoo or forehead tattoos, man. That's like the norm now. If you're like a rapper or you just want to be cool, all right. The mark branded upon horses, okay, which symbolizes ownership. Okay, things carved, sculpture, graven work, or idolatrous imageries. So there you go. Now let's go to the other root word, Kharaks.
Strong's G 5482. Kharaks. Kharaks.
There you go. Okay, and it is a pill or a stake, a palisade. So when you break down the Chai Zai stigma, it goes into every variant or every level of the Motb. Okay, even down to the delivery system, the needle, the palisade. Okay, the Microc-Hip itself, which we just previously read, and it also goes into what the information that's going to be on that chip, man. All right, when you go into Grapho, all right.
Strong's G 1125. Grapho. Grapho.
That's right. Okay, so when you go into this word, all right, Grapho, all right, it is what? To write, to reference to the form of letters, okay, to delineate letters on a tablet, parchment paper, or other materials, to write with reference to the context of writing. So your information, all right, so the 666 or the Chai Zai stigma, it details every facet of this every dynamic of it, man. Okay, going down to, I just showed you that mark, okay, that Kharagma, okay, which is something to be implanted, all right, which is that C-hip, all right, then the Khraks, okay, the delivery system, okay, the palisade, okay, even down to the information, all right, that is gonna be inside those chips. They're gonna have total control over you if you bow that knee to Baal and basically bow to this idol, because they have made an actual living idol. Okay, the Lord has it to where He let them be on the verge of actually making a living, breathing idol, and that's what this is. All this AI technology, this biometric system, it all is leading. All roads point to the Motb. That idol being inside you, you bowing actually to an idol. Where the Lord said we should not take idols. That's why we've been in this vicious cycle of being in captivity. All right, bowing to idols, man. All right, come on, man. All right, and just to leave y'all with the a little gem. This is Revelation 18:11-8. And their body shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Okay, now let's go into that word crucified, where He was X'd out at. Okay, we always, the elders and apostles and the bishops, the apostles, the bishops, and the elders always go into this, and brothers too. All right, X'd out. We've been saying this for years. This is where they X'd them out. Now let's go look at that word. All right, crucified. G4717, stararo.
Strong's G 4717, starao. Starao.
Starao. Okay, and that's to stake. That same word going back to karas, the stake, to drive down, to fortify, driven with stakes, to palisade, to crucify. Okay, so that that X. Okay, Slakia. That X, all right, is shy. Okay, goes back to this word, crucify, to X out, okay? And it's to stake, drive down, palisade, okay? Let's see. That's not what I want to do. There you go. And it goes back to what? That word charox, which is a pale or stake, a palisade. All right. So there you go, man. All right. So, I'm going to end it with that. And like I said, Lord willing, the Lord put the Spirit on me. I'll go into a more in-depth breakdown of the Motb. But all roads lead to the to the Motb. Hey, man, just watch and do not be deceived, man. So, Lord willing, I was edified. I want to end it with that, giving our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rechah HaKodash. Double honors due to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to the Lord's elect. And until next time, I say, Shalom.